All right. Welcome back, everybody. Doing our second show today. If you didn't see the first show, if not, or if you watched the replay, but welcome either way. Today we got Mel Heflin, a bunch of
Hey,
Colonia movies and other independent films and stuff we'll be discussing. So, how are you today? Or morning for you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
So, yes, you are in Japan right now.
I am for the moment.
Yeah,
That's hopefully only another year.
another year. All right.
Are you
Good.
there for a film project or?
No, my husband's military.
Oh, gotcha.
She wished some
better.
film projects. Yeah.
I wish, yes.
Yeah, before COVID, when I was talking to her earlier in the week, I guess you had plans for some horror films there, but then
Yeah, I had set some stuff up, just to meet people and get to know people, but COVID.
yeah. Aaron's joining us. He's like 2 live in one day. You guys are awesome. Yep, we are. Joined by some awesome people as well. Yes. So I don't know how much time I know. I guess your kid or husband's still asleep, or your child.
For the moment.
Okay, so we'll sort of make it, before they get up. So I'm sure you keep busy. Him or her? I'm sorry. You have a son? Him. Okay. So when you were growing up, I don't know if I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, somebody's got feedback, but I'm not sure who.
I don't think. No, I don't have anything on. Sorry about that. I was saying when you were growing up, were you always into horror or?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My mom would let me watch Tales from the Crypt with her, and she had this blanket that I would always hide underneath, and I remember thinking, like, these seem like everyday people a little bit. I wonder if I could do this one day. And then, Are You Afraid of the Dark and all that? I was like, one day I just have to.
That was definitely one of my favorite shows too. Yeah, Aaron said it's my mic. I'm probably going crazy. I don't know.
I forgot to turn my phone volume off.
Oh,
that could be it if you have your phone.
That could have been it.
So, well, no, because you're using your phone to film. I know sometimes, like if you have it on, also if you have the volume up. Aaron said he was afraid of the dark when he was little. Did you watch the Nickelodeon show? That was a good one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love that one in Goosebumps.
Yeah.
yeah.
I heard they're bringing Goosebumps back. Supposedly they're doing.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be sort of like the movie, but a different storyline. I forget how they said, but let's see. I'm going to sign in and sign out real quick just to see if maybe it is my mic. I don't know.
I'll see if I can't get this to work one more time.
Yeah, he might have overexerted his.
Let me just see if.
But yeah, sometimes that'll work if you close in and close or come back out.
No, I don't want to end broadcast. Let me just.
Sorry for our technical issues.
No worries.
I sounded fine. I thought I sounded fine when I was first talking.
Yeah, he was fine earlier, so I don't know. Aaron says monsters don't attack you in the light. I don't know, some monsters do. Yeah, werewolves are probably more nighttime.
I love werewolves.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of that, we had the Bride of the Werewolf. That was... you need to get some makeup.
Loved working on that one.
Was there any
at the very end? At the very end, I have the very heavy effects.
Yeah.
What, Bride of the Werewolf?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring up that one while I was waiting for you to come back.
So how did it sound when I wasn't there?
It was good. It didn't have no static or anything.
Oh, okay.
Or feedback.
Well, maybe it was me. I don't know. but yeah. So how did you get in touch with Mark Bologna? How did you meet him and start working with him?
I think I saw one of his movies in a red box when I lived in Florida. And I was like, these people make some fun stuff. Like, I need to contact them. And, I wrote them and I was like, hey, I live in Florida, but I travel. And then one day when I moved to Maryland, I don't exactly remember how we got in touch, but I remember that was how I found them is through the Red Box. And I was like, this looks like stuff that I work on. They seem really fun. And yeah.
What part of Florida did you live?
Jacksonville for 7 years. I loved it.
Oh, okay. I'm in Tallahassee right now. I've lived in Central Florida, South Florida, so I've been around. I'm Floridian.
Nice.
Aaron says there wouldn't be a House of Horrors without technical difficulties and titties. Yep, I know. Oh, that's funny.
I started laughing as soon as I saw that. We had one episode that had Rob Mello and Rebecca Reinhart, and they had horrible feedback. It was
Worse
like
than this, yeah.
It was like 10 times worse than this. And then Rob just started saying titties and said testing. I ended up clipping it out and made a whole song. It's called the Titty Song. But yeah, we have a lot of titties on this. We just
and nipple bots. Yeah, and nipple bots last week. Yeah,
nipple bots. I love it.
A whole bunch of weird random movie ideas. We're like, yeah, that would be the next Wild Eye movie, nipple bots. But yeah, that's fun though. Yeah.
But yeah, get back to the Bride of the Werewolf. How long did it take to get all that put on?
Oh gosh, I don't think it was any more than like 2 hours ish.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
we've heard an hour, like 9 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh no, Polonia says from what I've experienced at least that they're like so quick and orderly. It's like, what is happening here? Everybody like knows where they're supposed to be and when. Everybody knows their lines. What?
That's right. They said everything's so quick on that and precise, and for an independent film, it's so professional and just get it done. And
people literally don't believe me from other sets. Like I'll go and work on a Polonia set and I'll be like, yeah, we filmed the whole thing in a week, and yada yada. But the main principle of photography, and people are like, well, it can't be any good. And like, to my standard, at least, like they're awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely worse. So, I mean, yeah, they're not bad for how short that they go.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that we will use the same location for like several scenes, several hours, but the way that he sets up the camera and everything and the way that he adjusts everything, you would never know that it's not different. Like, I don't know. I mean, for me, maybe my standard is different than some, but I think it's incredible.
Yeah, I mentioned, I forget who it was that we're talking to, but about Return to Splatter Farm, how that was used in, what was it? Also used in Amityville, I think also. Or Amityville. Wait, which one? The oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't think of it. Amityville. No, was Amityville shot? Amityville Island. There we go. I was trying to remember there. Got my Amityvilles mixed up. But
too many Amityville movies.
Too many Amityvilles. No, I can't remember. But yeah, like he uses a lot of the same locations and everything. So that's interesting. Let's see. Since I mentioned Return to Splatter Farm, I'm sure most people who are here have seen it anyway. The decapitation scene. Now, did they make a double prop of your head, or did they like use your head and just film it with effect? Or how?
We just sort of like set my head, like my actual head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I was
very practical.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, if that's a prop head, that looks really good on that. So, yeah, that's what I was wondering on that. That was a fun one there.
Did they green screen any of it, or just how'd you position it a certain way?
I don't remember how I think they just maybe cloned out the bottom half of me in post, maybe. It's been a little while since I've seen it, and it's been a little while since I worked on it, but I just remember like, this is too easy. Okay.
Just tilt your head a little, just act like you're dead, and we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Do you prefer, like in the movies, would you prefer being the victim or the killer?
Oh, it's been so rare that I've been a killer. I don't really know if I have enough experience as a killer to know which one I like more. I know that I absolutely adore being a creature, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So-
it's a whole different thing.
So you're hoping to do more creature ones then? Over
Yeah, just something inhuman is like I've never done this before. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, those types, the villains and the creatures, seem like they're a lot more fun to play.
Yeah.
So
I played both actually on, oh God, what's the name? I can picture the whole movie, but I can't. It was a short where I'm the victim, and then I end up surviving, and then I'm the next killer. I know that's not a whole lot of information, but I felt like that was a really fun dynamic.
So you were the victim and the killer, like multiple
Yes.
victims, or how did that work out? You were multiple characters, or how?
I was supposed to be I would have been like the final girl. Like, they were coming after me, and I was getting slashed up a little bit here and there. And then it turns out that the killer is replaced every few years to keep the tourists coming.
That sounds interesting.
I'm trying to see what the title might be. I'm looking at the database here.
I remember the shirt. It said, "I survived something lake."
Quarry Lake?
No.
Because that just says Emily, Bigfoot.
The figure. The figure. I remembered it.
Okay, the figure. I don't think I got to that one yet, but I just now got to a figure. Lord. Okay. Is that like on YouTube, or is there like a link or somewhere we can watch that, or how could we?
It should be on Rogue Chimera's website. Just free short. They have a Facebook page, and the link should be through there too.
Oh, nice.
Rogue Chimera, or say that one more time.
Rogue Chimera.
How's that spelled? Yeah.
Rogue, like D&D, Chimera as in Greek mythology.
Okay. We'll have to look that up there. See if Aaron said anything. Nope, still the difficulties. I was going to say we kind of got into the splatter farm and all that. But when you were in school, did you do any TV production or plays or drama, anything like that?
I dabbled in drama a little bit. I was more on the makeup side of anything, just because they were very cliquey in high school, and I wasn't really welcome as much as I really wanted to. Everybody's got their thing, and I was going to let them have that and just do their makeup. But there was one girl that was really nice to me. She brought me out on stage, and I was like, whoa, I didn't even do anything, and I feel like these people are clapping for me. And I guess in high school, I was modeling for like different designers, and I was doing runways, and it was a totally different thing. I was doing like JCPenney's catalogs and stuff.
Nice.
So you did some more modeling before acting, and you think that like helped in your career, like making you feel more confident in front of?
Definitely, since the first movie I was on, Scarlet Rain, I was introduced by a fellow model who was like, "Hey, we need another girl."
Is there, well, I guess you sort of answered it. You said you like creature movies, but is there any other role that you haven't played yet that you might be interested in?
I'm sure there's been a dozen that I could, list off, but I think a cheerleader would be really fun. Either the nice one or the mean one. A dozen different kinds of creatures would be very fun. Especially like the less talked about creatures, like, I don't know, ghouls or rougarous. I don't know. I don't know which ones are like to specific like yeah, like
just like creatures that aren't not many movies of or whatever. Just
yes,
sort of,
yes.
Stuff that hasn't been covered before in other movies, like the Wendigo. There's like tons of stuff about that, but like
exactly.
Yeah,
I think that would be so fun, and even like just like bizarre things, like maybe I want to be attacked by an evil ostrich.
Oh, there we go. That goes along with my hippo movie idea.
Yeah, new.
We haven't heard of an ostrich yet, so yeah.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I don't think what was that movie? There was something where it was like there was the ostrich. It wasn't a horror movie, but like the ostrich like pecked at him, and then he like got in the fight with the ostrich. I can't remember what that movie was, but I can see him like fighting the ostrich.
Yes.
Does that sound familiar to you? There was like a movie where like it pecked him, and it was so funny, but I can't remember what movie it was from.
I don't know.
I'll probably have to like YouTube or Google that later. Ostrich fight from movie. Hey, then we could have maybe some killer ostriches versus hippos.
Yes.
I know. I've been harassing people about having a hippo movie because there's really not a hippo movie out there.
Nah, even
what about like demon ostriches versus zombie hippos? Just something absurd. Like, who made this movie? We did.
What was it? What's the one? The llama one? Like
Llamageddon.
Llamageddon, yes. And they have like lasers from their eyes and stuff. We have like ostrichgeddon or something going on. It's just some weird mixed animals, but yeah, that'd be fun. Is there any actually like since saying about creatures haven't been doing movies about? Is there like anything in Japanese myth or lore or anything Japanese creatures that you know?
About? There's at least a dozen. There's oh my gosh, when I was doing some research, I was trying to get people out here to actually create a Japanese style horror flick and hire all the right people, a Japanese writer and everything. And when I took a look at the list of different creatures in mythology and lore, it was so long and it was so entirely different than anything that I had ever experienced. There were all these different types of creatures and onis and ghosts, and then there's like the real life lore, depending on what you believe in. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. There are taxis here in Japan that will not go to certain parts of certain cities because they picked up actual ghost passengers and they needed to get their cab fare. Like there's so many different things that
this is
so cool.
Like, Japanese is crazy. They got tons more lore than what anywhere else has. There's a lot of crazy, but I've seen videos of what you're talking about, the taxi things.
It's amazing. Like I know it happens in New Orleans, but how crazy a phenomenon that it happens.
I think it's more predominant in Japan, but
that'd be interesting. Pick up a ghost, go to get your fare, and then there's no one in the back seat. That would be so weird.
Like doors opening and stuff too, and you see like a little bit of a like shadowy silhouette kind of go in, and then they go, and sometimes they'll just take them to the like a certain area because I think it has to do with tsunamis. I almost said tidal wave. That went wrong, right? But they have to go to like a certain area, so they'll just take them there anyway and drop them off.
Actually, the community that I live in here, it's been talked about quite a bit that people every now and then will share in the community page, like, hey, does anybody ever have any weird things going on? And it's, I don't know.
So how about you?
Country.
Any weird encounters or experiences yourself? Or
maybe a few.
Anything you want to share? I mean, we've talked about supernatural stuff lots of times.
I mean, I've had my cabinets open by themselves in the middle of the night. Like you come out and you're like, what's going on? Like somebody in? No, nobody's here.
No. Yeah, I've been to the most haunted house in Florida. There's been some weird stuff. It was actually on Unsolved Mysteries too. Donna wasn't on it, the woman who moved in after and everything. Like they mentioned her name, but there was a family before her, and the woman who moved into the house like actually had a dream of the staircase and everything, where it goes through the attic to the kitchen. It's like a really cool setup, and she dreamed about that house. And I don't think the murder's ever been solved either. The guy that was, they set his truck on fire and shot him in the driveway. yeah, it's some crazy stuff. Windows open. My dad heard doors slam. I felt like I wasn't alone in the room. Just weird stuff. It's yeah. What else was I gonna say here? Any funny moments or bloopers on either Return to Splatter Farm or Mrs. Claus or anything that sticks out?
Oh gosh. I need like a photo album in front of me, because there are so many like that. It's we always have just so much fun, like I feel like, at least looking back, maybe I'm looking through rose-colored glasses, but I doubt it. I feel like we were just always laughing and having a good time. I think it's been very, very, very extremely rare that I've been on a set where the morale is low or anything. The camaraderie is amazing. I remember there was one set I was on where, and if you've seen all my films, then you might know the one. There is a rubber chicken, and it was getting ready to be dressed up for a sacrifice to, like, they were putting feathers and stuff on it, but rubber chickens, their faces.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember it was a running joke until they took our chicken away. That it was the blowjob chicken. And we had a lot of fun with that poor little chicken.
well, that chicken would have went well on the set of Mrs. Claus with that was there.
Oh my god, that was so hard to like we've got a job to do with this giant dildo. It was so like we're holding a giant dildo. I'm getting ready to kill Kaylee with it. Poor Kaylee.
Oh, that dildo.
Like, we all know what's gonna happen. We all know what we have to do, but it's a giant dildo.
Right.
It's like get all the laughs out before the take comes. It's gonna be all serious. Like, okay.
Yeah, and I remember I wasn't like, I don't know if I got tired or like, I can't remember what happened, but for whatever reason, I wasn't like, my down motion of stabbing wasn't correct. I'm not sure how much of mine they used, but we had to have Billy like double me for the stabbing.
Oh, that's funny. Hobbs just happens to I do my Devil's Reject chicken. There was a contest. I don't know if you've seen Devil's Rejects, the chicken fucker, where he was like,
yes.
Well, the contest was like, act out one of your favorite scenes from a horror movie, and I ended up doing the chicken fucker because I thought that'd be the funniest thing to do. Like, so I was like, yeah, you're gonna fuck these chickens now. You're telling me. And then I did like the real scene, like I edited it together where with Ken in that scene, like once I said it, go to him, like, are you saying I'm fucking chicken? And go, you stick on your dick and that chicken go crazy on your ass. All right, Hobbs, there you go. That's enough there.
Lee Claypool says, hello, I'm Mel.
Hi, Lee.
Oh boy, I feel like a devil reject right now. You're welcome, Hobbs. There you go. So that video should still be on my page somewhere. You can see the whole skit that did, but I did the whole scene of it though. It's like so. Yeah, good times, good times. I was gonna say something now, and I got distracted by the chicken bucket.
I noticed in a lot of Polonia's movies, I know he uses a lot of locations, but a lot of times there's like the same cars in each one. Do you guys use your own cars?
I don't think I've ever used my car in one. I mean, I don't know.
I think the one that stands out the most is a green Kia. The green Kia has been in a lot of.
I think I drove the green Kia for one.
The what? I'm sorry.
I think I drove that for Bride of the Werewolf, didn't I? Maybe.
I think.
I don't know. They kind of merged together. But
yeah, I think you did have the Kia in Bride of the Werewolf.
Yeah, I noticed that. And that's what brought me. It's like that Greek Kia has been in a lot of movies. It means it's on the little IMDb page.
It should have its own IMDb page. Is it Mark's Kia that he just uses for movies?
I don't know whose Kia it is. I never pay attention to like. I'm oblivious to a lot of things.
You just get in the car and not even realize it. Like, oh yeah, like literally they want to see you in a Kia. Lee said yes, the green Kia. It's in every movie. Same in teacher shortage.
Yeah, like I said, it needs its own IMDb page. I started noticing that. It's like that card's been in a lot of movies.
It's got to be like an Easter egg at this point or something.
It should have its own name like Christine, but its own special name.
Called the Green Monster because it's a small car.
The Green Monster.
Mini hold.
Well, if we get Mark to come on, we'll have to ask him. Be like, so whose Kia is that? It's in every single movie of yours. I was also talking about Mrs. Claus. Too. We got all off track with the chicken fucking still. Yeah, the Dolo scene. So that was the one I was saying you were a killer in that one. Were there any other movies you were a killer in, or that was the only one that?
I guess the figure, Mrs. Claus. The Case of Witches 3. I can't remember the first part of it, but The Case of Witches 3. Mm-hmm. I play a witch that kills people. Okay. But when they die, it tickles.
It tickles.
It tickles them when they die.
So, not a bad way to go.
I guess. I mean, hey.
Go out laughing.
Well, Joker, if you're gonna go with a smile. The Jack Nicholson one. So there you go.
And I think that's all of them.
I'll have to check that one out. I haven't seen that one, and I didn't see teacher shortage either. What was teacher shortage about?
I can't really give the backstory without giving a spoiler. It's difficult. So there's a slasher. Instead of going after the students, they're going after the teachers, and all the different teachers have the different like archetypes of high school teacher, and one by one we get taken out.
Okay, definitely have to check that one out. I'm sure some people want to kill their teacher. Well, there you go. You can just watch Teacher Shortage.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You said you haven't done too much, but what was the most recent one that you were able to work on before the pandemic? Is it everything out so far, or is there anything that hasn't been released yet? Or?
There's a lot of stuff I'm waiting to release. As you know, like I've probably done about 100 movies at this point. I don't know how many exactly are out there because I used to keep this list, and then the links would go dead, and like I don't know. There was a lot that was available that isn't now, and things change. But I'm waiting on Zomboner 2, Steve.
What? Oh, you want me to do?
I pick on Steve. I'm like, when's it coming out? What else? Oh gosh. I'm losing all my names. I almost like wrote down a bunch of different like notes. I've been doing a lot of stuff from home. I keep a little blackboard here, and I probably do about 2 different scenes or different films a month, which is really lucky and amazing that people are having me film remote. I'm really grateful for it, keeping me busy while I'm stuck here. I mean, while I live here.
I live here. Happy.
I am super duper looking forward to getting back to set, though. Yeah, there's probably like 20, 30 films I'm waiting to come out for right now. We'll see if it happens. Fingers crossed. Zomboner 2, though, Steve.
Okay. I guess there's someone you work with or named Steve?
Steve's the producer.
Okay, because at first I thought you were talking to me. Like, well, I don't have any control of your movies.
It's been like 3 or 4 years, three-ish years since we last worked on it. Wow. Come on, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Everybody wants to see Zomboner too. All with love. All with love.
Yeah.
So were you in the first one or just the second one?
Just the second one.
Okay.
And it's just there's a lot of pieces that are just like I would say it's more of a rom-com than anything. And not really specifically horror, but there's just a lot of pieces of comedic gold in my opinion. Like I've watched a little bit of the footage and it's just like this is just too good to not already be out and entertaining people.
Joe Sherlock's in here, and he said that you were in Axe Grinder 3 shooting your own footage in Japan and did a fantastic job.
Yes, I loved working on Axe Grinder 3. It was fun. I had fun working on that with myself.
It was so much fun. So did you like kill yourself? Like have someone have it like a axe come off the screen? Or
I did kill myself. In like there was nobody else in the house but me, and I'm just like it's so awkward.
I'll have to watch that and check that out. That sounds interesting. It's like
I do have fun like contributing a piece of footage to the rest of like that part is very fun, but working with myself, I'm like, all right, come on. Where's everybody else here?
It's like more fun to actually interact and do the scene.
Yes.
So, but I guess some is better than none for now. One day we'll be back.
Yeah, I'm totally grateful completely to film from home, but I really miss like just being a part of something bigger and talking to people.
Yeah, being on set.
You just directed your first movie. How was that going?
Which one?
I gotta look at my notes because I didn't put it down in my question.
Okay,
you just directed
Crawl Space Chapter 2. It says
that's what I thought you were talking about. Okay, I don't think we can view that anywhere. The guy who produced it wanted me to come on to direct it, which like okay, cool. He wanted me to be the lead in it. I'm like, okay, cool. It's gonna be tough giving myself notes, but okay. And then he like disappeared off the face of the map.
Oh no.
Which that seems to be a trend with me directing anything. I directed a short. I thought it was hilarious. Everybody else thought it was hilarious. And then it went to editing, and then that guy disappeared off the face of the map.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Yeah. Don't have me direct anything if you want to know what happens to it.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about the short on IMDb, but I just saw the crawl space thing is listed on there, so I guess I don't know. Maybe it'll appear someday.
Who knows? It totally could. Maybe the footage is somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A lost footage movie just show up one day. We'll be going through Tubi. Hey, is that Crawl Space 2? Let's see if this.
At one point at a convention, we like handed out posters from it and everything, and I'm like, how did that not come out? There were posters.
That's weird.
Yeah, especially listed on there. And normally, if something doesn't get posted and it's still listed on there, it'll say like the plot's not known at this time or something. But yeah, on there. So I just figured it was just something that I couldn't find streaming somewhere, but it was like a physical copy.
Well, besides that being a little challenge issue there, what's the most challenging role or character that you portrayed?
I'm going to have to say Carlos Dunn's Catherine. Filming conditions were not ideal. I will leave that at that. And the makeup I was in, I was completely blind. So whenever I got in makeup and until filming was finished, I could not see at all. Like the whole day. Eating was very difficult. I didn't know anybody on that set. So like people kind of forgot that like I couldn't see things, and I'm going to the crafty table trying to be as polite as possible and just like feel around because I'm not used to being blind. I'm not a blind person.
Right. Yeah.
I did some character study, of course, in my own home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
different.
like going up to the crafty table and like feeling around, and then people are like really pissed off that I'm putting my fingers in food, but like I'm starving. It's been like 10 hours since I've eaten last, and I can't see anything, and I'm doing the best I can trying not to piss people off, and nobody really wanted to help me. So that one, the character itself and the set was very, very difficult. I do miss Carlos though. Carlos, he is no longer with us, and I'm not sure if the film is still out there and available or what happened there. I don't think I want to play a blind character again if I can help it though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
training yourself in your own home where you know where things is totally different than being out somewhere.
Like making my bed, vacuuming, totally different from like, okay, now you're in a whole different state, like 1,000 miles away, and you don't know where anything is, and you're not even in your own hotel room. You're in a different room. Good luck.
Like, stuff around. Yeah, my uncle's blind, and I mean, it's amazing all the stuff that he knows how to get around to his dock and everything, and it's a challenge, and it's like, but he pulls it off. I mean, he's an amazing guy. It's just crazy. I couldn't imagine not being able to see. To me, that's like horrible there. Like, and then there was on a little humorous side, not with my uncle, but there was a what Aaron say? Couldn't you have worn dark glasses? Couldn't you have worn? He wants to know, could you have just worn dark eyeglasses? For your
that would be a great point, but the special effects makeup, the whole point to my character was like I had my eyes gouged out, and like I mean it if I could find the picture, I looked really cool. I had these like burns all up and down my arms. Every part of me that was showing was horribly disfigured because I was playing a vampire that had a fang ripped out, and like they completely mutilated me. And so like my face was all burned, and like there was X's over my eyes from where they had been gouged out.
Yeah, so dark glasses wouldn't work for that. It wasn't just a blind, it was torture blind that had to have some effects thrown in. Yeah,
it was totally cool looking, but that was a rough one.
Sounded like it would have been.
And that's the movie you said you don't know if that's out or what?
Yeah, unfortunately, the producer passed away, and I'm not sure where that one is. He would want it out there, I would think. Mm-hmm. So at some point, maybe one of his friends or something will pick it up, possibly, and distribute it that way.
Because I'd like to see that. It's a shame. I mean, I'm sorry for your loss there, someone you know, but that would be interesting to see. And like, since he worked on it, it should get out there, as a little tribute.
Yeah.
So I mean, he worked on it, so get his memory.
Yeah, he was so proud of that.
You got any other questions, Boom?
Oh, sorry. It looked like you was going to say something, so I was just kind of like sit back for a little bit. But you said with all your stuff kind of disappearing when you direct something. Did you ever have plans of directing anything else, or are you going to stay away from that?
I mean, there might be something in the works now.
Oh, okay.
We have been talking about getting the Curse of the Aquatic Lycanthropic Cheerleaders going. So we will see what we can make happen.
Interesting. Aquatic lycanthrope. So is that like?
Well, that's what I was like having trouble saying. Like what?
Maybe.
Sounds like a creature film. Is that right?
Yep. I love creature films.
Me too.
Creature films and slashers.
So I assume you'd be one of those creatures in that, huh?
Possibly.
Possibly. I can't say nothing else about it right now. But, that, like we talk about,
I will tell you everything about it, but I know I shouldn't.
I'll just slightly, as we're talking, just trick you to say, "Oh no, didn't mean to say it." No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I know a lot of guests like work on stuff that like I wish I could say, but yeah.
Well, luckily with me, I haven't made really, aside from filming at home, anything new for like 2 years. So I think I can talk about virtually everything else that's already been made.
That's good. Yes, that's a plus side there. For Cat Blood, I guess you had already known Polonius. You've done a bunch of his films.
That was my first one at Camp Blood.
Okay, I was going to say, which one was your first one? There we
Yeah.
go. Brought it up.
I felt like immediately accepted though. Like I came in as a complete outsider, and like within 5 minutes I was not an outsider.
Nice. Yeah, they seem like a great group of people.
Yeah.
We've talked to pretty much everybody.
I think so. Pretty much everybody but Mark, and we still need to talk to Ken, and I forget who else, but yeah, pretty much the whole group we've talked.
Have you talked to Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, Jeff, Tim, Jamie, Kyle, everybody, pretty much.
All amazing people.
Yeah.
All I've worked with.
So, yeah, all your co-stars, basically. Let's see. Any other questions there? Nope, that was the blind question there. But yeah, they seem like a fun bunch to work with. So I was like, maybe one of these days I'll join you. I don't know. It'd be fun. Like, sort of like
when we had Tim Hatch on, he said that he wanted us out to do something like film behind the scenes or something. So
who knows?
It never comes across. I don't know. Never know.
Who knows? Maybe. But yeah,
I can't wait to work on my next one with them. They make such fun stuff. Like it's all like the level of absurd that I absolutely love.
Yeah,
I mean that's what's so great about them. It's just a fun time. It's just fun to watch. I mean,
yeah.
Let's see. Lee said, "Which film you've done is your favorite?"
Which is my favorite? Oh, that's rough.
Which is her favorite child?
Right. I'm gonna have to say Mrs. Claus just because they made it snow for a scene for me to kill myself in July in Texas.
Oh, wow.
And I actually got to hang there. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. Is like, was it like, I know you're all in like safety things, but was it scary having to kind of hang there like that?
It was just a little uncomfortable because like the rig, the way it went between my legs, it kind of like forced my legs to go out a little bit. I'm like trying to hold them together and like kick naturally and just try to fall limp, but hold my legs down. And it didn't, I think the effect looked amazing in the end. They pulled it off great. I think I possibly could have done better despite how much I tried, like while we were filming. I was just like, ultimately, like it's like they've got the snow machine, like it's crazy amazing in July in Texas. I loved it.
This sounds like it'd be a hard thing to pull off. But they probably have some sort of fake snow, though, I would assume. Maybe
it was bubbles. It was like, yeah, like foam, like the foam bubbles.
Nice.
And it looked like actual snow, though.
That's amazing.
I didn't know it was filmed in Texas, so okay, yeah, that's
yeah. It was filmed in Houston in July.
A Christmas movie. Hey, it's Christmas in July. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, it's like most stores, don't they start getting their Christmas stuff out in July anyway?
Some of them do.
It feels like it. It seems like it's getting earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah, they just say, screw off Halloween. We're going to bring Christmas in.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least they need to hold off till November 1st like I do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. November, fine, but October, that's no.
Agreed.
Don't do that. I've seen like little TikTok videos of like the "What's this" from Nightmare Before Christmas was like, the fuck? What the fuck is this? The fuck?
But I know you've mentioned it's kind of hard to keep a straight face because you guys are messing around, whatever. But is it hard to like cry because you had to?
No, not at all. In that aspect, like I feel like I was made for scenes like that, because I just take like 1 second and it's like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like I can just start pouring. Oh, nice. I totally would if my makeup weren't done for the day.
Right? Yeah. I wouldn't make you do that.
But yeah, it's like that easy. But if you need tears like shooting out, there was one film I was like, Michael, I can cry on command, like it's fine. And he's like, not to the level we need. And he put some tear stick on there, and tears were like shooting out of my eyes, like out. And it looked so good. And it makes sense because there was like the two different like levels of crying, like, you know, like emotional and then like shit's going down.
Yeah. You got let's see. Perfect Ratio Films says, "Hey there, I co-directed Axe Grinder 3 with Joe Sherlock. Mel was in that. My question: how was it filming your part?"
I mean, it was almost like methodical. Like I know which angles in my house I need to go to. You know, you go behind and you dress the set and you get down any family pictures or any like logos or anything. And then you adjust your lights, and I guess I'm used to it by now, but like I take my hairband and I put it on a light stand with my phone, and I just wish I had people to talk to while I was doing it. Like I don't mind doing it all, but I feel like it's very odd. Like, okay, did my part, send it in, like awesome, totally glad to be involved, but I was like, oh, I didn't get to talk to anybody. Like, yeah, we worked together, but I never met them.
Yeah, I work with such and such. Great person. Never met him, but yeah, we did some cool scenes together. Our scene was amazing. Let's see. Any other funny moments? Got leather. Oh, what else? There's something else I was going to ask about Mrs. Claus, and my brain just went. So, how about you, Boom?
It says that you've done stunts in movies, but it hasn't said, it didn't list like where you did stunts.
I was actually hoping you would bring this one up. So I was set on fire for family property, 2 or 3. I was assured multiple times over the years, on the very, very, very few occasions that I talked to the director, that it was going to come out because I was very proud of it. I was trained by stuntman Johnny Sullivan. Awesome dude. Trust him with my life, obviously. He taught me and a few other people to light ourselves on fire. I mean, of course, you know, with the whole like professional level stuff, but
Right.
it was amazing. I loved my footage. You can actually find one of my burns on YouTube if you look up Mel Heflin fire. All of it's going to be me hanging out with Johnny Sullivan, and I think that's the only bit of footage that I have from that movie. And there was other times. There was other times I got lit on fire. We were in Birmingham, Alabama, Sloth's Furnace. We were working on the pilot for a TV show called Forensically Paranormal. And you know those scenes where people do dramatic recreations?
Mm-hmm.
I ran like a really long way on fire. Like I was on fire and I ran, and then I don't know what happened to that footage either. But I was so proud of myself.
I imagine.
Well,
there was a lot of people watching. A lot of people were watching that day. So like,
yeah, not everybody could say that they've been on fire, especially running like that.
Yeah.
So I would be too. And Joe Sherlock says, I came in late to the video feed, but did you talk about Bride of Werewolf already? Yeah, a little bit. I thought Mel did a good job in that. I was curious if she had any good stories or remembrances from it.
Besides the Kia, the green monster.
You know, the girl that plays my friend in that is actually like a friend that I was like, hey, you need to come with me. We're going to have a whole weekend. It's going to be amazing. And she came along and we had a great time on set. My son was actually on that set. I guess he was about 1.5. And I was really amazed that he didn't freak out when I was in werewolf makeup. He was just like, another day.
Mommy, you're all hairy.
Bless you.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, bless you. What other werewolf movies or other werewolf inspiration you like, or
Predatory Moon. Actually, I just found out like a day or two ago that Predatory Moon was in a magazine about werewolf movies. And, like I try not to be butthurt about anything because everybody does things a little differently. There's that picture of me with, the werewolf claw because I helped puppeteer the creature. And I'm like, just being silly. And they have the cast list. And my picture is like almost half a page. But my name is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, thanks, guys. Okay.
It's
I guess
my lost footage.
My biggest contribution to that movie probably was having sex with a werewolf, but not while he's in werewolf form.
Not like Wolf Cop. Okay.
Bucket list.
There we go.
And the director of that movie is actually a special effects artist. And she created an incredible, she molded my head. And she actually molded my head. So there's a picture of me somewhere with me in my head. It was really spooky to look at.
You could go on for Halloween. You could be a Siamese twin and just put it on you. You're like, yeah,
right?
You don't happen to still have that head, do you? Or it was just a prop? Do you still have it? Or
I think she used it multiple times in different. She would just sneak my head into other people's films. Mel's head in your film. Nobody'll know.
Just giving head to everybody, whatever. Literally. Aaron was saying, do you think your son would do acting like you, or go a different path?
I sure hope so. I don't think so, though. He loves cars, and he told me he wants to be a policeman that drives a helicopter fire truck. So I don't think he's going into the family business.
A fire truck helicopter. That's something new.
Those firefighting helicopters that dump water on
the forest fire. Yeah, the ones who put out forest fires. So yeah.
There you go.
Hey, that sounds interesting. What was it?
I hope he'll do a couple more movies with me, though. He was in Bride of the Werewolf.
Oh, nice. Which part? I'm trying.
He was the village lady's baby. There's just a random baby being held by a sewer clerk. And that's my son.
I have to go back and watch. I don't remember that.
If you blink, you'll miss him.
Okay.
He's just little tiny thing.
He's gonna be like, "You were in a movie. You knew that was in a movie. You didn't put me in a movie. What are you doing?"
He's been in a few. He was also a baby vampire.
Okay.
On A Biting.
I'll have to see that. I haven't seen that one, but I'll have to check that out too.
I know it's coming out in segments. I'm not sure if that segment is. I don't know what happens to my footage. I don't know.
Oh, that's not out yet?
I know that there are some segments out. I'm a pregnant vampire in the segment that's out. I don't know as for the rest of it.
Oh, again, who knows? You and mysterious footage. That's crazy. I haven't heard that.
One day, some of this is going to resurface, and then, I don't know.
That's crazy.
You gotta get your kids in there young.
That's why I've done so many films. Yeah. That's why I've worked on 100, because you can't when you're in the acting business, you can't just bet on one or two horses. You have to bet on every single one, at least to start out. You just have to work and work and work and work and work and work and work. And then things will start coming out. And then eventually people will start to know who you are. And then you just have to work that much harder.
So what draws you to certain characters? Have you ever turned any down, or you're just happy to be in anything? Work is work.
There was a little while ago that I would turn stuff down. Just the only reason I would really turn stuff down is if I'm already too busy and working on too many things. And there's been a lot of unfortunate times that I've already been on set, and people like to schedule last minute sometimes, and that's really frustrating. It's there was one really awesome director that called me while I was working on the movie Jin, and I was committed for a month for that movie, and he called me and he's like, "What's your availability next week?" And I'm like, it's Thursday, dude. And he's
Next
like,
week. That's like, yeah.
Right. I of course wanted to say yes, but you know, there's been a couple of times that I've turned things down, especially when a character's too young. There was one where the lady that was playing the mom was already cast, and she was gorgeous. And I think she's like less than 10 years older than me. I'm not entirely sure on that, but she only looked like less than 10 years older. And I was like, I am not playing that woman's daughter. That is a crime to do that to her. Like, even if I was like an older daughter, like you didn't have me when you were 8.
No.
You don't want to play a 30-year-old teenager.
Right. I mean, 30-year-old teenager, okay, but she was like maybe 35. And I'm like, this would be way cuter with somebody who's like 20.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit? Like, I've watched the trailer for it, but it doesn't really give away too much. Dick NATO. What's the plot of that? Is there an actual Dick NATO or what?
I worked on it. I watched it. I don't know what the synopsis was.
Okay, because I was confused by the trailer. I'm like, okay, it's called Dick NATO, but what's going on?
People tell me that Beelzebub movies are for people that are extremely intelligent. And I guess I'm dumb.
I guess I am then.
I haven't seen it, so I can't bear anything to it. But
I've only seen the trailer for it on YouTube. That's it.
You know,
I haven't seen that, but
it's been astounding because, like, I will go into a convention and I'll have like all my different movies. I try to get at least 5-6 different movies, and I'll have a box of Dick NATO, and people will come up requesting it. And I'm like, why? There's so much better ones. And people will come back the next day like, I watched it, I loved it, it was great. I'm glad you liked it.
Like I said, I was just confused by the trailer, what it was about. I wasn't really sure. It just seemed weird. I'm like, what is this about? I don't understand it. Aaron's just laughing. He's like, dicks? Yes, you know, House of Horrors, we talk about dildos, dicks, titties, you know. Welcome.
Oh my gosh. Somebody recently wanted to cast me for something, and it was just like very light nudity, like very, very, very light. And you guys have seen some of the stuff I worked on. Right. And they were like, they sent me the script, and I'm like, yeah, this is no big deal. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah, this is no big deal. And they were like, are you sure? And I was like, are you familiar with my work? And they were like, no. And I was like, you should Google me.
So since that's sort of brought up and they were like, you know, making sure you were comfortable with it, is there a time do you think nudity is appropriate and other times it's like, what's the point? Or do you think there needs to be a purpose in the scene?
As long as children are not around and as long as everyone in the room is consenting to seeing my nudity. Now that there's been a couple of times when I have been nude on set. We have been filming, and like sometimes like my robe will get in the way because like I want to cover up for everybody else's, you know, modesty. Right. But like if somebody moves my robe to like get it out of the way for the shot, and I am walking around nude trying to find it, like don't be offended. I'm walking around trying to find, like, people get offended by silly things. Yeah. But yeah, as long as everybody knows what we're filming and everything, mm-hmm. Like as long as people are like some level of respectful.
Right. Of course, gotta be respectful about it, of course.
Otherwise, like, balls to the wall, let's go. Like, whatever. Like, we're all human. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
In some situations, the more ridiculous, the better. Like, I've done chocolate pudding fights.
There we go.
Like, why? Because somebody's gonna want to watch that. That's hilarious to somebody. Yeah. I can't eat chocolate pudding anymore.
Or not, that would still be great.
I can't handle the smell of chocolate pudding rotting in the Florida sun. Like it just Florida sun pudding. Like I can't even smell chocolate pudding anymore. But somebody's gonna watch that and be like, "That's ridiculous." I appreciate that.
Aaron said that he thinks they're. Just hold on.
So there needs to be a purpose for nudity, in their opinion. And then his like nude chocolate fights, greatest title ever.
What was it? The title?
Nude chocolate fights, greatest title ever. Perfect ratio films. Hell yeah, chocolate pudding fights. Yeah, we got some fans on that one.
There we go. Yep.
Like we're not making X-rated, but like everybody wants a good, healthy dose of boobs, butt, and blood in their horror movies. So like I'm happy to provide all three of those.
Throw in some pudding now too. Just for fact.
I don't know if I could smell the pudding again. Lowry knows.
We probably got someone Googling now.
Not in Florida sun.
It was a kiddie pool filled with pudding. Oh God. I'll never do it again. Jello next time.
Yeah, there you go.
What flavor?
Lime.
I was thinking lime. That's funny. Lime time.
Do like a St. Patrick's one with an Irish
with a leprechaun. There we go. There's some ideas for you.
Yes.
But it was in a movie called Dead Woman's Hollow.
Yes.
It says on there that it was based on true events. Did you get told anything about the true story or the true events? Or
we did talk about like the actual story. Like it's inspired by, not strictly based on, so that we could change things for more of like dramatic purposes. The story was so sad. Like it's not exactly like our telling, but it's, you know, needless murder because, you know, like I guess I never really thought about when I first started filming the different genres of horror, but it's more like a true crime. And, you know, as I've gotten older, I appreciate it that much more now.
I always get curious. There was somebody else we talked to that was in something that was inspired by or true events or something like to that effect.
A lot of them,
and they're like,
say true
I didn't know anything about the story. They didn't tell us. They just gave us a script and we went. So I'm always curious how that goes. Like, do you some of them know, some don't? Because I normally look up the true like events or whatever to compare it to like the movie to see what's actually real and what's not. Because there's a lot of them that could post a true on there and just have like a snippet, like Jeepers Creepers, for example, because there's a little bit in there that's actually true, but the rest of the movie is obviously fake.
Yeah, that's why they say like inspired on true events instead of based on true events. But how it's worded. But those are always fun. Do you plan on doing any other crime documentaries, or movies, or based on?
I mean, I would be totally up for it. Just let's see what comes across my desk.
Set up your own murder scene at home. Draw some talk around
you. I was working there for a while, I guess, over the course of over 6 months with, I'm not sure if you know what happened to my mom, but we can just very, very lightly touch on that. True crime actually was going to tell her story, and like I was like this close to actually telling that on, gosh, what network was it? I forget the network, but yeah, like that. I almost got involved with telling my mom's story of true crime.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Aaron says if a movie is based on a true story, don't research because some stories are sad. That is true, but I'm always in the crime aspect of and see, you know, the difference between the movies and everything. But He's a A&E, but
Yeah.
I guess A&E does a lot of those.
Maybe it was A&E.
Crime.
I totally support people. I feel like true crime not only is entertainment, but it's also a little bit of education too. Like, what would get you thinking? Like, what would you do in that situation? And
Right.
sort of prepares you in a little bit.
Yeah.
That was weird. I heard you like repeat.
Yeah.
Someone had feedback
Hello?
there for a second.
There you are.
Okay, it's normal now. Okay. I think also too because my battery's starting to go low too. I plugged it in, but that makes it sound weird too. I don't know. Maybe I should unplug it. Okay, I'll just unplug it.
Yeah, she echoed for a second. I was like, "What?"
Oh, yeah. It was like a moment later. I'm like, that sounded like my voice, but
It's like a late, almost like the Grinch when he was talking, and then the echo a few seconds later was talking. Like, what?
yeah.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. What to do, Cetral? Any other interesting facts we might not know about you? Hobbies, talents, interest?
I have an art degree and I love to paint.
Oh.
I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy it.
What do you future sister-in-law? I don't think she has an art degree. I honestly don't know because I don't know her for very long. But she paints and she does some pretty good stuff. She's got some stuff hanging in, I believe it's a hospital.
Nice.
But
I do photography.
What kind of paintings do you do? Like outdoor scenery or abstract or?
Let me not fall over from my chair. Can I just turn this around? Oh, maybe not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of tutorials.
Definitely better than I could do.
That I haven't used in I stopped painting for about 10 years, but since the pandemic started again, I needed a hobby.
Like I said, I can't paint that well, so just have like lines and streaks and just
yeah, I can't paint at all. Aaron would like to know what character you played is most likely as most close to your real life self.
Friday the Werewolf, obviously.
Well, I'm gonna say definitely not from Halloween Horror Tales. Definitely not that one.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Let's hope not.
Watch,
bitch alert.
That's probably the furthest. Closest. Gosh, I don't think that I've played one close to my real personality. Like at all.
No.
Maybe from Bottom Creek. Where I'm just like my character is like bubbly and loving and just loves to go out and see people and do things and likes to just have a good time, have a beer around a bonfire, protect her friends, and also like a little bit hopeless romantic thrown in there. Maybe that one would be closest, but I also didn't feel very connected to that character at the same time. I don't know.
So for your characters, what do you do to prepare for each character? Do you have any certain techniques that you do?
It completely depends on the script and character and the filming process. If I am walking into a situation where I can play the same character like every day for a week to a month, depending on how long, we're filming for, that's like best case scenario. And I just try to stay in character and think as that character and react as that character. Whereas if I'm filming every third weekend over the course of 2 years, it's much more difficult. And it's going to show on film. Like, I don't know, like, if anybody is that good where they can, like, be that character just a month later.
Switch and you're someone else.
Yeah. Like, we're all constantly changing and evolving, even just a little bit each day. So, like, that's not, it's very difficult to play the same character after being gone for a month. Unless you're just playing yourself. And then, is that being true to the character? Anyways, yeah. If I'm playing the same character every day for like a week to a month, that's like, I just get there and I am that character. Like sometimes I don't respond to hearing my name.
Like, what was it? Jared Leto, like he would go by Joker. He wouldn't even go by his real name. Like people who've played the Joker, they're just so into that character that you have to call him by that name. So, some method acting there. Trying to think. Any other questions, Boom? I think we're over an hour here. I don't know if you want to wrap it up soon or anything else.
I think I've covered all mine. This depends because, like I said, we have been on for about an hour and 15. So I don't know how much time she has available.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can stay on longer. It's fine. I'm not trying to get with you or anything, but I mean, I don't know if you're
trying to be respectful of your time.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And now we're echoing. So, but all right. Spooky Kisses said, "Are you getting that echo?"
Yeah, you're echoing.
Me?
No, me.
Oh.
Steve's echoing, and then your sound is like went completely.
It did that with Giovanni just before the end. It started echoing. Well, maybe that is a sign that it's time to go. But Aaron said, "Thanks for the interview, Mel. He enjoyed it. So thank you, Aaron, for coming, and we appreciate it. It was a good time. Thank you."
Yeah, I had fun. Thanks for having me. Happy Women in Horror Month.
Yes.
It's going to be fun to you too. To enjoy. Before you go though, any other social media or anything you want to share or
everything at Mel Heflin.
Everything at Mel Heflin. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put that in the links and I'll share everything and best of luck in your future projects.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Bye. And I think my battery's dying. That's why it's echoing too.
It probably is. It's been worked too much today.
So, but it's always, that's the sign to end it when it goes echoing. So, all right then. That was fun. 2 shows in a row. Thank you, Joe.
That's why I like doing this off my computer. That way I don't have to have battery problems.
So, well, it's my laptop, but yeah. Doing 2 shows, that drained it too, and I tried to charge it some in between the time in between. So, Mr. Bones, hi, bye. Sorry, didn't know you was going up again. That's all right, no problem.
You can always watch it later. It will be up to watch, and then sometime eventually it will be on audio version. So, I had issues. I don't know why I couldn't get last week's episode to cooperate with me, but I finally got it working last night. So it got posted last night, but
what was that, Aaron? You missed it? Oh, you missed Jenna earlier, you mean?
No, he was on Jenna, wasn't he?
I thought he was. Well, I don't know. He said he missed it.
Maybe he's not realizing what we're talking about. Yeah, Jenna.
That's who we're talking about, Jenna, doing the 2 shows in a row. I thought you were there. I don't know what you missed.
But they'll both be on replay. You can always search.
Yep. And Spotify later on in the week. So
yeah. Just keep an eye out. If you follow my Twitter, I need to start posting it to the Facebook group because I keep forgetting to do that. Yes, Mel is awesome. I'm glad that we thought about having her on. I got thinking one day, it's like, she's like the only one we haven't talked to and was trying to think of women in horror. It's like, yeah. You can also listen on Apple Podcast as well as Spotify. It's just, I put it on Anchor and it shoots it out to 6 different platforms. And the only ones I remember off the top of my head is Apple and Spotify. So you don't have to have, my Twitter is Miss Boomstick, Instagram and Miss Boomstick. I share the the links to the audio on my Twitter. I would say my Facebook too, but I don't add a lot of people I don't know on Facebook. I just got to remember to add when I share it out. I got to remember to put it into the Facebook group, and never do. I'm kind of lazy.
Don't be lazy. Aaron just say he's kind of lazy too. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. I'm kind of lazy.
Okay.
I don't know what they're talking about being kind of lazy. Oh, maybe because I forget to share certain places.
Yeah, I usually post the show though right after on Facebook, and I do put it on Twitter also. So, but as for the podcast, yeah, Ms. Boom will take care of that though. But
and if you want to see, I clipped out the Nipplebot segment from last week's episode. That is on my channel. If I remember when I get here, I'll share it to the House of Horrors Facebook page. But yeah, Nipplebot.
And there's dancing robots on it. So yeah, it's funny.
There's dancing robots and music added to it. And Hangouts. I'm not sure about Hangouts. Just type in Miss Boomstick anywhere you listen to podcasts and see if it's there. I know it puts it out to 6 different platforms. I'm not sure if Hangouts is one of them. Just type Miss Boomstick and see if it pops up.
And let us know.
Yeah. I know there's 6 different ones it goes to. I just don't remember if Hangouts is one of them. Soon interviews. But yeah, usually we don't do 2 in one day. But
oh no, I think he was asking like Hangouts where we just do a stream, not interviews. Like just
I get you. I thought there was like a platform called Hangouts.
I think isn't there one called Hangouts?
I thought there was. That's why I was confused.
But now I reread that. I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, whenever we don't do interviews, we'll like have a theme and stuff. But I mean, I guess if people might be interested, maybe we can do a pop-up sometime or something.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know when anybody's available too. So
yeah. Well, I'm pretty much available at any time, just as long as, because I have to take my son back and forth to school. So just as long as I'm like home within those time periods, I got to take him back and forth. So didn't want to correct you. Yeah, don't worry about correcting me. I'm hardly ever right about shit, so I don't care. But anyway, like I said, if you want to see the clips, I'll try to remember to post it. When I get up here, I'll post it to the Facebook thing. Also, if you want to see my weird creations, my editing creations I've been playing with lately, I'm kind of proud of them, but nobody's been watching them.
They're pretty good. I like there are some good ones. I like the Nipplebot robot dancing. It almost looked like the one robot had a few things hanging down too on the one. Like if you look at it, it looked like, I don't know if it was part of like supposed to be closed, but it looked like there was like something dangling between.
Apparently in Florida press. Yeah, we don't have normally schools are off for President's Day, but my son's school's not off for President's Day. So he don't have Monday off, which sucks, but I care less about President's Day, but having a day off, I don't have to take him back and forth to school. It's like, I don't care that I don't have to call him in. It's an extra day to sleep in. But yeah, my son has to go to school on Monday. I already checked that because I was talking to my dad, and because I think back home has President's Day off. I think Illinois has it off, but we don't for some reason. At least my son's school don't have it off. Which I don't know why, but then he has like 2 random days in March off, which I don't know what that's all about.
It's so weird. It's at 6:17, and I almost feel like it's later than that because I'm used to doing the show later. It's kind of weird.
I know, right? It's like I made sure to get everything. So I'm so used to, we have to get like frozen pizzas and stuff because the guys usually eat while I'm on the show at our normal times, and then I'll just eat like whatever when I get off. But I was like, I made sure, got our frozen pizzas. Then I had to make sure we had all our groceries and stuff before our little snow squall that happened yesterday because I didn't know how much we was going to actually get. I don't like going out in the snow anyway. This is what my medical boot, makes it slip. There's no traction, so I slip easier. So I was like, I'm not going out. So we got all our shit ready, got home. It's like, okay, we don't have to go out at all. So we could just sit here until I have to take my son to school, so I don't have to go anywhere.
Did you watch the new Texas Chainsaw yet?
I watched that last night.
I actually liked it. It was better than I thought it would be because I was kind of hesitant watching it due to all the shit that was talked about it. But
I didn't see much shit. I've seen a lot of people saying it was awesome. I don't.
I mean, prior
I liked it
about the test audience and stuff, like saying it wasn't that good. Like before it came out. What?
Oh, really? I didn't see a test audience stuff. I just seen people talking about it in different groups, but I didn't think. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was decent, but I don't think it's as good as a lot of people are saying it is. I mean, it's good. I liked it. It's just, I think it kind of fell short in a few areas, but the kills were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how well I like the mask that he used. It's a little bit different. So I'm not sure how much I like that one. The mom being in charge of an orphanage, I thought was kind of weird. A YouTuber named Ronnie just uploaded a video about. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos go up. I wasn't gonna make one, but I've seen a lot of videos go up.
Most of them have been pretty good that they liked it. I've seen more people have liked it than haven't.
Yeah, I liked it. It was just a couple nitpicky things that I thought was. Damn it, my alarm's going off. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I normally set an alarm so I could be prepared for start getting ready, and I forgot to shut it off. So it's going off for our normal time to start preparing.
It's time for the House of Horrors. Let's go. I haven't watched it yet, but Boom has.
So I watched it last night. I said there was just a couple nitpicky things. I don't think it's horrible. I said there's just a couple nitpicky things I didn't like. The kills are pretty good. There's a couple callbacks to the original, especially the ending. I thought was a really good callback. Mm-hmm. It's like a more modern version of how the original ended. And I really like the ending. And wait till all the way to the very end of the credits, because there is something after the credits. All over I've heard people talk about Letterboxd. I don't really know what it is, but I just follow different groups on Facebook, and I've seen just normal people talking about it. But so far, everything I've seen is people just raving about it, saying it's like really awesome. I would say it's decent, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's like awesome. I would say it was good, but I enjoyed it. I did get a little bored a couple times, but I did end up jumping at the end, even though I was like, I know this is going to happen. I still jumped, and then they had the.
So you always know something's going to happen. You're like, oh, what's going to happen?
It's like, I know it's going to happen, and it happened, and I still jumped.
Aaron wanted to know, which I know you had watched it. What is it? We're All Dead or whatever. You've watched that. Right?
All of Us Are Dead? The Korean zombie?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
I still haven't even watched Squid Games yet.
Squid Games is good. I liked it. But yeah, I'm not sure what Letterboxd is. I don't have it. I've never used it. But I just kind of I follow several like horror groups on Facebook, and I'll see people like making posts about like the stuff that comes out, like the popular TV shows or movies or whatever. and I'll get a rough estimate of like what people thoughts are. Don't watch Squid Games. I already done watched it. You're too late. I watched it a long time ago. I like. Well, let's talk about Steve. But I like Squid Games. Why are you saying don't watch? Just out of curiosity. I loved it, but speaking as a horror fan who just loves horror and the gore and our horror icons coming back and doing their thing, not as one of those people that break movies down and analyze everything. Yeah, I'm not trying to analyze the new. I know what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're accusing me of it, but I don't try to analyze everything. Just my own impression. It's like I like it. I just don't think it's as good as some people are saying it is, but it's definitely worth a watch. I think Squid Games is worth a watch too. I'm not sure. In my opinion, Squid Games is overhyped. Like GOT was. Is that Game of Thrones? I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I can't compare it to that. But I really enjoyed Squid Game. I thought it was really good. Um, I think it has a pretty good twist. Even though you kind of see it
Wouldn't
come.
let me enter in on the phone. Like I could see myself, but I couldn't let myself in, so I had to come back to the computer.
Aaron's saying don't watch Squid Game because he says overhyped like Game of Thrones. I kind of disagree. I know it is kind of overhyped, but I think it has a decent twist that you do kind of see coming. But I don't know. I enjoyed Squid Games, but I would say check it out if you haven't watched the trailer. Check it out. You can always watch like a few episodes and shut it off if you don't like that thing. But I never tell people not to watch. That's just the way I do things. I never tell people never watch something. Just kind of
Check
go
it out
by
if you
what
want.
stuff. Yeah, go by the stuff you like and talk to people that have like your same like I would say opinions of different movies. Don't always just base something off like one person. I'm not like reflecting on any of you guys. I'm just like doing examples of how I do things. But like when I used to do reviews, which I've quit and doing reviews at the moment, I would say, use your own opinions. If you think how I don't want your toy. I can't play right now. But I would just kind of estimate it. You see what people are talking about. If they have like the rest, like your typical taste in movies, then go for it or not.
Yeah. If you want to see it, see it. If not, hey, you're not going to force you to watch it.
Test your waters and start watching it a little bit. I see some people say that they'll watch something and in 5 minutes I shut it off. How can you tell in 5 minutes if you're gonna like it or not? It's like once I put it on, I've committed. Even if I'm bored, I'll fall asleep first before I shut it off.
That's happened. I've fallen asleep during stuff, and some stuff maybe because I'm tired, some stuff maybe because it sucks. But whatever. I mean, I'll play it. But
all right, come here. I'll play. Okay, fine. It kind of depends if Netflix is worth getting. It does some questionable things. I don't like cuties, but
wow, yeah,
I've never seen it, but I know enough about it that I do not want to see it.
I sort of like looked at part of it that I was like, no, this is wrong. But yeah, no, I was disturbed by it. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't watch
that. Only reason I even kept my account after that is because my mom like uses my account, and that's like the only way she has to watch movies besides regular TV. So I kept it because my mom's on my account. Yeah, don't.
Don't really don't. And there was even an article that they had auditioned like hundreds of girls. I'm thinking, why?
You see, still, I thought you was asking about it. I have no clue. I have not looked into it, but it may or may not.
I don't think it is. I haven't seen it. They should have pulled that down like immediately, but whatever.
But Yeah, I'm all for like not censoring stuff, but that's a little far.
Yeah,
but
no.
but
But
yeah,
anyway,
like I said,
moving
I'm
on from that.
100%. I'm usually for don't censor shit, but there is a line, and that is the line right there. But yeah, I don't know. The only reason I kept my account is, like I said, my mom uses it. But now they're starting to come out with some like really good stuff. You know, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All of Us Are Dead.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few good things on there, but also there's other ways to watch them too. So you don't really need Netflix, but I mean, whatever. I mean, it all
But
depends.
they're raising their prices again. But
Yeah, I heard they're raising their prices again. Like,
yeah, I pay almost $18 a month, and that was before this past price raise, which I don't even know. But like I said, that's because my mom literally puts it on every single device that she owns. So it like charges because you get, I think, a lesser amount if you only use it on a couple devices or whatever. But my mom has done expanded that, so I pay $18 a month for it, and I don't know what it's going to be after that, but
I think Hellraiser is going to be on Hulu. I think
it might be. Yeah, HBO Max is good. We used to have Hulu, but we had kind of cut back for a little bit, so I don't
they
have
do
Hulu.
have. If you get Disney Plus and Hulu, I know you can get a bundle pack with those and ESPN, and
Yeah,
it's actually a lot cheaper to do a bundle pack with them. So if you
yeah, I
want to
might
get,
look into that, but I don't know because we had to kind of cut it off for a little bit, so I don't have Hulu at the moment. But we used to have Hulu, but
have you watched Peacemaker? That's freaking
yes,
awesome.
Peacemaker is awesome. There's just reading Mr. Bones. There's people that always have to bring up being anti Netflix over that movie when people bring up a different movie on there.
I'm not like I say they shouldn't have put that movie on there, but I mean they do put good stuff on occasion. So I mean I don't see why like banning them entirely. They just didn't really make a right decision. But anyway, we don't have to talk about that movie anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
Yes,
saying the Peacemaker
Netflix.
season finale was great. Oh my gosh.
I fell in the driveway, said my old man helped me.
You film the driveway.
Yeah, I slipped on some ice when I was shoveling snow, and then puppies came to my rescue. That's why she's so wound up.
Oh yeah, she brought me a toy.
Yeah, she tried to tell you that she was a good girl. I slipped and fell on the ice, and I had to lay down for a minute, not even move. She came up, looked at my face, made sure I was okay. She's a good girl. You want your puppy treat now? Come on.
I guess it explains why she's grabbed her squeaky. But yeah, we have HBO Max and Paramount at the moment for I don't know how long, but we have them at the moment. But yeah, I've kept the Netflix because like I said my mom uses that. But oh yeah, for the most part, there's only been I think that movie has really made me question about. Plus their price hikes because they're like about the only one that really hikes up their prices.
If they're doing that, they need to come out with more originals and more newer movies also because it's like you hardly come out with any newer movies and yet you're raising prices. It's like come on. So
I never noticed the time differences on those. He said the only reason he doesn't like Peacemaker is one episode's 34 and next 40 and another one's 25. I'd rather have an hour show. I never really noticed the time difference on that, so I can't really speak on that. But I don't know. I liked it no matter how long the episodes are. I liked
they
it.
are going to be doing a season 2 also.
Yeah, they are doing a season 2.
Yeah.
That was announced.
So I was surprised. Like I wasn't sure how it was going to be with him as a character spinoff, but they did a good job, and I really.
I know. I questioned it too. I did too. I was like, no, there's absolutely no way that character out of all the characters they could have picked would have been a good choice. But I take that 100% back. I was wrong.
Vigilante's freaking hilarious. Oh my
I
god,
love Vigilante.
he just wants to kill. He's like, we had a good time, fucking killing people. Now you or when they're talking, the last one, they're just like, they weren't even talking to her. They're just like big old children, pretty much.
You see, Final Destination 6 is coming out this year. Oh, my screen went black.
Yeah, I heard that was supposed to be coming soon.
Yeah, I'm just looking because I was gonna do news. So I have some things on there, but then I didn't. So, um, John Cena is reteaming with James Gunn to star in a Coyote versus Acme Looney Tunes film. I think that would be funny.
Yeah,
And Nobody 2 is in the works. If you've seen Nobody,
I still haven't watched that one yet, but I know the movie. I've heard of it.
yeah. What's his name? Oh my God, you're gonna kill me because I can't think of his name. Doc Brown is in it.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I went blank on him, but yeah, he's in it. He plays his dad.
Death Stairs.
Yeah, I know, Death Stairs. I failed. Also, there's gonna be a Blue's Clues multiverse movie coming out.
I thought that was just a troll. Is that actually real?
I'm pretty sure it's real. I could be
Oh my
wrong,
God.
but I'm pretty sure it's real. It has
Why?
Steve, Joe, and whoever this new dude is. I don't know who the new dude is,
It looks like a ripoff of Doctor Who.
and that's Joe. Or no, Steve.
You
I'm
see,
trying to remember.
they're doing a Chip and Dale's Rescue Ranger movie, and it's going to be
I've
like
seen that too.
Disturbing.
I haven't seen the trailer of it. I've just seen people talk about say the trailer looks disturbing, but
It's like Roger Rabbit almost, like how
really,
it's like how they're in the real world also, but they have them in like 2D and then 3D. I forget. I think it was Dale like got a CGI makeover. So they make him CGI. He got like instead of like in plastic surgery, that's like the surgery from cartoon to CGI. They like make a joke out of that, and he's like, "I got the CGI surgery," or something along those lines. I don't really.
yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I don't know. But I've seen some pictures, and it does look a little weird. But yeah, I haven't really looked into that much. Quiet Place 3 is not expected in 2000 until 2025.
Jeez.
2005. 25. Dead by Daylight, if you play that game, Ring You is Sudoku Rising, I think is getting added to the game without me clicking on the article.
Ringu.
Apparently HBO Max is wanting to do a Wonder Twins movie for their new DC project.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
If you're into wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin is supposed to be at WrestleMania 38. I found that interesting. Also, The Undertaker's going to be put into the Hall of Fame. Trying to. Okay, yeah, I was just looking. I'm not sure what I didn't click the article and read it, so I don't know if it would really tell much about the script, but it'd probably be basically the same thing. Them running around.
Well, the way the second one ended, I mean, left it off for them to be continued. If you, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it definitely left off like, okay, what's next?
The third is a turd. Is that about the Blue's Clues? I'm not sure. Aaron said the third is a turd. I don't know. I don't know even who the third character is because I didn't have any kids. I didn't have any kids, that watch that stuff when the third guy. I didn't even know there was a third guy. I thought they ended it at Joe. So I didn't even know.
Steve, I don't even know.
Yeah. I mean, I know of Steve because my brother watched that, and then I know of Joe because I think my son watched that, and he watched a little bit of Steve as well. I didn't even know that there was a third dude. I just found out about the third dude, but I know nothing about him. The second one looked like aliens, got smart, seemed like they drove that boat. I don't know. Yeah, Steve. I was I was too old for Blue's Clues, so they wasn't my childhood. But I watched it because of my brother. I was seeing the Steve, yeah, the Facebook video. Is that the one where he came back? I think I've seen a lot of people sharing it, but like I said, I can't really relate because I was a mom watching the Blue's Clues. Technically, I guess, because I had to watch my brother a lot.
Third character was Chinese.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was kind of a distant picture, so I'm not sure what his orientation is, but I didn't even know if Third Dude exists, so I know nothing about Third Dude. But I know of Steve and Joe. That's all I could say.
Just because they were around so much, you can't even help to see commercials and stuff to it. Like, even if you didn't watch it, they
well,
were.
Like I said, my brother's 12 years younger than me, so I had to watch him a lot when he was little. So, we'd watch Blue's Clues. I wouldn't let him watch Barney because I wasn't doing Barney.
Oh,
but we'd watch Blue's Clues and we'd watch stuff like that. And then when my son was born, I let him watch Blue's Clues. So that's when Joe was there. But, yeah, I'm too old. Blue's Clues is out of my range. But
right, yeah.
So, I didn't watch it as a kid. And I don't know who Third Dude is, so... The Barney song is awesome. No, it is not awesome.
No, it's not.
I strongly disagree. Unless it's one of the funny versions where the words got changed. I remember we'd all make fun of that. Clean up. Everybody's got to clean up. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm too old for that stuff to be my childhood. We just had like Sesame Street and Saturday Day cartoons. Looney Tunes and stuff.
The Wiggles.
The Wiggles. I think my son watched The Wiggles as well. I don't think he watched it near as much. We did watch Imagination Movers a lot. I don't know if you know. That was a Disney thing. He loved that show so much that they had a concert that we went to. So we got to see them in concert. The Imagination... what did I just say? Imagination Movers. Ever seen
Gullible Island? Yeah, I remember that.
No, I have no idea.
That was on the same time that Eureka's Castle used to be on.
I kind of remember Eureka's Castle. I think my brother used to watch that. I think. I vaguely remember that.
What's interesting, R.L. Stine actually worked on that show, Eureka's Castle. Nice. Yeah. I forget how much he did, but he did some writing on it. Not saying it was every episode, but he worked on it for a while. So I remember I did I read his autobiography and I did a report on him in school and everything. And I remember reading that.
The 90s is the greatest generation. My brother would agree with you. He's a 90s kid.
Yeah, Eureka's Castle was fun. Though I don't really remember too much offhand, but if I started watching it, I'd remember oh yeah, I remember seeing this. So
94 baby right here. I want to say my brother's 91. I'm pretty sure. Trying to remember. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure my brother's 91. He'd probably kill me if he knew I was talking about that, but whatever. I talked to his fiance more, and I talked to him anyway. So.
All the Nickelodeon 90s shows were good. Snick.
I remember when they had the green slime on Nickelodeon. God, that was a long time ago. I think they got rid of most of that by the time the 90s came, though.
Yeah. There was that show, You Can't Do That on Television. Yeah, Magellan was the dragon.
And 94, I was in high school. Are you a 90s baby?
The Horror Freak 85. Think about it. I was watching shows in the 90s.
Why didn't you ask if I was a 90s baby? No, I'm kidding. I know. I know why. Because I was saying I wasn't beforehand.
Well, you already said it, so
Yeah, I know. I was just
can't,
teasing.
can't pull that off now.
I was just bullshitting. I know. Oh, I was 79. I'm old.
You're 79 years old?
No, I was born in. Yeah, I feel like I'm 79.
Oh,
I
79.
was born in 79. So I had all the 80s. The fun, dangerous time to grow up.
The Fundress. It was fun yet dangerous.
Fun hanging out with you guys. And you, Mr. Bones.
Yeah.
And now we don't have the feedback, so it must have been you giving the computer a little bit of a break or whatever.
Probably. Well, at least it happened at the end of the interview, though, and not during. That's always worse when it's during. Like, oh gosh.
I wish you were donatable. You mean you want to give us money? Well, I guess technically, if you go onto the Anchor thing, I think you can donate money through there. If not, just watch.
I do. I mean, at one point I would say, I mean, I have Cash App, but I don't really want to tell people like, oh, here's my Cash App. But,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, just message Steve and give him money that way.
I mean, I can just like, you know, say it's for the show. See, also like, since it's not like through any Patreon or anything, be like, oh, here's my Cash App. It's like, is it really going towards the show? I mean, yeah, I mean, it would. I mean, I wouldn't say otherwise.
Yeah, but I believe you the Anchor thing that I do, there is a listener support. I believe you can donate on there, and of course, you know, I don't keep it all, I don't have no plans of keeping it all myself. Of course, I plan to splitting it. I keep him updated on how much we earn on that. As of I checked it last before our first interview, we are up to 14 cents.
So we got 70 cents a piece. Woo! I do know, like, once we do start Patreon, if I do get more, I do want to get like better computer equipment and stuff and set up eventually, or if we use it for a guest, if we ever have to pay for a guest. Like I said, there was one person, but other than that, let's see. It would feed the host. So I'm laying back here. I didn't really.
So it would feed the host so you don't famish.
You can't host no more. A hungry host can't host. I need food.
In-person interviews. I don't know, because I know it'd be hard for me to. Steve's easier to get out and travel more than I could, so I don't know if that's be a possibility, because we don't live near each other whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would be a possibility because we're so far apart. I don't know how that we could make that work.
And it's not like we have our own studio where we can like invite guests or anything. We just do it.
Right. We'd have to have something like in between. So we'd have, you know, a fair enough drive. No, we've never met in person.
Nope.
We live way too far apart. Yeah, I don't know if we'd be able to do something like that. I mean, I would have to probably move closer to Florida, and I don't think that's a possibility. But I don't even think I could travel that far just for like.
Yeah, just for a show too. That'd be kind of a long time.
That'd be a lot of traveling just for like
kind of
a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, like if we were like an hour away or something. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that'd be a little bit different. But yeah, probably at least 20 hours at least.
It's like, hey, unless you want to donate a studio for us.
And then during the winter, if we have bad weather, there'd be like no way for me to go drive down there. But it's a great thought. It's just we live too far apart to make that. I live in Wisconsin. I'm in Wisconsin. Sometimes when I do the show, I am in Illinois. Depends if I'm visiting family or not. But when I have this set up, I'm in Wisconsin. I have the setup where their window is directly behind me and there's like a weird white curtain, then I'm in Illinois. So
That's the location key.
yeah, that's the location key. If I have this, then I'm in Wisconsin. But then I have a small little setup I have in my old bedroom. I just had Wisconsin cheese curds today at the fair. Nice.
That's kind of funny. You think of the David Howard interview when he's like cheese curds.
Cheese curds are awesome. Even though I know Wisconsin like prides are so. Have you ever had Culver's? Do they got Culver's down your way?
What was it?
Culver's is a restaurant, like fast food restaurant.
I don't think so.
But anyway, Culver's up here, like they have cheese curds. Obviously, it was like actually founded in Wisconsin. This restaurant, but like the cheese is a fried like cheese chunk, and the ones up here have a mix of white and yellow cheese. But like the Culver's back in my hometown was just white cheese. They didn't have the mix. I always thought that was weird. They have a Culver's near me. Yeah, the Culver's was actually a bit up. I have two in my town alone, and there's like it's supposed to be like the world's biggest Culver's is like right outside city limits. So we have technically kind of three nearby. I know, that's what I was saying. Sorry, another alarm going off.
It's showtime in 10 minutes.
Basically, yeah. The other one's
Well,
like
we don't have another show in 10 minutes. I'm just kidding. Two's enough.
the other one's like okay, you need it because sometimes we go out shopping on Saturday. So the other one's like it's time to get going home if you're not home. And that one is if you're not ready, sitting in your ass in the computer chair, got your microphone, your lights turned on, then you need to be right now. Got your drinks, go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's funny. It's doing a. I accidentally sat on my controller, and it's showing a commercial for Mia Moss Wild Eye movie. This house is freaking me out.
Now you can always hear him in the background when he pipes up every now and then. If somebody was asking if you would ever be on stream again, he said you're a cool guy, but he's never seen you. He's only heard you pipe up, so I don't know.
Oh, no, if y'all would have me. Or if they're talking about my stream,
I don't know. I missed Mr. Boom. When was it? He's never been on camera, but you can hear him talking in the background.
A couple episodes, yeah.
He's commented a few times in the chat because he's got his own YouTube channel. But yeah, because the way my computer's set up, he's seen him in one stream. I don't remember which one that is. I don't remember him being on here.
It was a few months ago. I popped in. I stepped into the camera view. I was there for like a couple minutes talking to you and one of your guests.
Mr. Bones says you're a voice character.
It's like in Peanuts where the adults are off on the side. Wah.
Right, exactly.
Yes, ma'am. Wah. Yes, sir. Wah.
And my son's been a voice character a few times too. He's like made some comments a few times, haven't you?
Yeah.
One or two.
Yeah, just out there kind of thing.
Talking about his creative writing homework.
Yeah, creative writing homework. We're not going to bring up what that was. Gaming, I guess.
It had to do with cooking.
The first stream I saw you guys gaming, I guess.
Oh, that was a while ago.
That would have been on your channel, wouldn't it? Because I don't think that was on mine.
Yeah, it would have been on mine, and you were sitting in the background.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I would assume that would be his channel.
I don't remember it being on my channel. But...
No, and the gaming ones I do, I don't have a camera on.
But I did.
So I would assume that would be on his. I don't know. It's probably out there somewhere. God knows where.
It's the lost footage that'll turn up.
Yeah, he's got like 2 channels, so I don't know which one it would be on. Because I know all my gaming streams are done without a camera, because I don't have a camera set up to my PlayStation. And usually when I play PlayStation, I'm usually playing with my friends. See Mr. Bones, he's a gaming. Oh, kind of. I have 3 channels. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's always good. I should set up another one. I just don't have time to mess with it. But it's good to have, like, if you have gaming and then you also do, let's say, reviews, it's good to have one channel, just have that one thing, and then have another channel have just the gaming. Like, technically, I should probably have, like, 2 or 3 channels. I don't have the time to keep up with that stuff. So I just merge it all into one. So I got gaming on my channel. I have reviews on my channel. I got my little editing creations on my channel. I have pretty
I
much
was gonna say you got nipple bots on your
I have
channel.
nipple bots on my channel. Pretty much anything I've ever imagined, I was like, oh, I'm going to film this and make it into a video. It exists on my channel. I don't have just like one I had when I was shorts became popular. I was filming like great big earthworms outside and making videos of that. It's just like a little short clip of an earthworm going on my sidewalk, so I thought it was funny. But basically, there's videos of my dog on there. I think there might be video of my cat.
A squirrel
yeah.
at the doorbell.
Yeah, I got all sorts of weird. Yeah, a squirrel on the doorbell. If I think it's funny and I wanted to make a video out of it, it exists on my channel. There's like all sorts of stuff. Like my PlayStation games and all that fun stuff. One is sports, one is personal, and one I'm using as my professional. Yeah, that's good to do. I just don't think I have the time to manage 3. I should separate everything because my channel's pretty much dead no matter how much different stuff I put on it. And like I posted like all my editing stuff, I thought they were cool, but it's like nobody gives 2 shits about it because my channel's dead. It hasn't grown in like over a year. Oh my god, he thinks my music video Dance Party is a Japanese bubblegum commercial. So yeah. So yeah, I have like a 2 to 3 minute clip of what I call Dance Party of all this. I did a bunch of editing in there. I made things go fast. I had things like doing all. I had green screen stuff going on. I put a bunch of stuff together and made a dance video type thing with music and whatnot. And I called it Dance Party and put music to it and made a little video out of that. It's like 2-3 minutes long. And my husband says it looks like a Japanese bubblegum commercial because I was real super proud of it when I was done. It's like, look what I did because I'm teaching myself how to do editing.
I didn't say it was bad. It looks good. It looks like a Japanese bubblegum commercial. I love those.
But yeah, he said because it's so crazy. So it looks like a Japanese bubblegum commercial.
Maybe you sell toothpaste or motor oil. That's how Japanese commercials.
Aaron was saying that just doesn't think the channel's promoted enough, and he said that's his problem too.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit more to mine, but I won't get into it. But yeah, it's a possibility. You never know.
But yeah, maybe go into some more streams or do some.
Yeah, Aaron, that's the point. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he is, his Japanese has some weird commercial. Yeah, that's the point because my dance video is extremely weird. And my dance party is extremely weird. So yeah, that's why he says it looks like a Japanese commercial because it's extremely weird. But it came out of my mind and my creation, so it's my baby.
Yep. Weird science, my creation. It's a weird
It's
silence
a
in the
bunch of
background.
weird things dancing together.
So yeah, maybe do some more pop-ups or something, or go to some other streams. And I mean, I need to do more too. I started going to a couple of other streams. Yeah, it's hard to get out there on YouTube, and plus, when you do get subs, they like drop off. It's so stupid. Like, so I thought I was going to be at least at 500 by now, and I'm still at 416, and I was up to like 418, and then it dropped me off too, and I'm like, what the hell? Why am I back down to 416? I don't understand.
Yeah, it does that. So I keep going. I usually stay at about 155, but I think I'm at like 156 right now. But I had like 158 like a couple days ago. It's like the highest I've ever been, and then it's like, nope. It's like I posted those crazy videos and I just lost some.
I should make recommendations for my viewers to come over and watch y'all stuff.
No, you should, but you don't.
I just checked. Yeah, I just checked yesterday. I have 8,750 subscribers, so I'll start putting up links to y'all stuff.
Yeah, he likes bragging how many he's got.
No, I'm just saying. I just checked yesterday. It jumped last month. I didn't realize it. I mean, and some of them like horror stuff, so I'll send some your way. You know.
Okay.
It's the least I can do.
Yeah, they can check out past shows and see who the guests are. Anything will help. Yeah.
YouTube said it too. Upload daily. Yeah. I used to, but I don't anymore. I probably should, but I got frustrated with doing reviews, so I quit doing them. So I haven't done one of them in a while. I don't remember how long it was, but maybe a year. But yeah, I haven't done a review in a while. And then I just started posting. Then I did the news for a while. But now it's been kind of hard to go live to do the news. I guess I could record it and do it, but I started enjoying doing it live. But I started out just recording it and editing it and then posting it out. But I guess I could go back to that.
Yeah, you could always do stuff ahead of time too and set the timer and then just have them posted.
Yeah, I've done that as well, but nobody seemed to watch my news videos either, so I got kind of frustrated with that. And then I was like, well, I've been trying to work on my editing skills, and then I came up with those brilliant creations. So I was like, well, I put all these hours of work into it, I might as well post it.
Yeah, it's a challenge. I don't know.
I don't know if you're talking to me or Mr. Bones, but I know I have went live a few times. It's just I sometimes I'll make a link ahead of time, sometimes I don't. It's like a spur of moment thing, but I think Mr. Bones. But yeah, you never know. Sometimes I'll get a spur in the butt and I'll go live, and sometimes I'll have it planned ahead of time. Yes.
Yeah, Bones says he goes to your news when he sees it live.
Yeah. I just haven't done it in a while. Yeah. That's why I just kind of covered the articles real quick when we were talking a little bit ago. I was going to go live this past Friday, but we got so busy I didn't get a chance to do it. Only your name will be orange? What?
That must be a conversation they're having or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's, to Mr. Bones, because I don't know what they're talking about. But last time I went live, I was playing around because I got the slightly paid version of StreamYard. So I got, like, my name is in purple instead of this gray box. And it's like a little bubble. And that was playing with these banners that go along the bottom of it. And this videos they could pop up and play. And I was playing with different things. But I think it's when I did my unbagging, which I never did put the movies away. All my movies I got over here.
Yeah, I was thinking about when I was on 8 Questions, someone had brought up how they had found me doing the Fright Fridays I used to do. And I should probably start those up again where I randomly pick a category that week. I don't know if you remember that or not.
No, I saw a little bit of it. I was watching, but I didn't know that existed.
I mean, it hasn't for a while, but when he said he brought it up, I mean, if people want to do it, I might.
Steven said, Aaron says, please live stream more. And Moose Boom Sticker, awesome. I'm lonely all day. I feel you, Aaron.
So, yeah. I mean, I got to work too tomorrow. And I was thinking about, I'm kind of like catching up on bills and stuff, but I really should because it would help, but I don't really have the money. Pensacon is this weekend. I could just go and just like pass out cards and not really spend any money, but I'd be like so tempted to buy stuff. I shouldn't.
He found you through Doomsday. Did you go on Doomsday's chat, or maybe it's his Facebook page?
I forget how I met John. If I met him in a stream or if I met him on Facebook, I forget what stream I met him on, but I know I promote on his page and stuff too, and we talk on chats, and we've talked on Messenger too and stuff. So yeah,
nice. Yeah, he's been in our chats a few times, but I've never met him, obviously. But I think I'm on his Facebook page. I'm pretty sure I am.
Yeah. See, that's the thing too. Like people, I mean, I don't when they subscribe and stuff. I'd rather it be an actual person who watches the stuff too, and not just someone who just subscribed just to subscribe and that's it. I mean, at least some communication. So yeah, John is an awesome guy. So, actually, was he in Jenna's? I don't know if I saw him today. Usually he comes in at the night shows, so I don't know if he missed the show or not.
Yeah, I didn't see his name in chat. At least I don't think so.
Yeah,
I want to say he was in last week, maybe. But I
you know what? I actually did. Now that I think of it, I think I saw him right at the end of Jenna. Like he did come in, but it was like
maybe
it was right at the end though that he had missed it because I know he's saying he loves Terrifier. So
awesome. Man, I think we're all on John's Facebook page. At least I think.
Yep.
Because he's asked Mr. Bones if he knows John. I want to say I don't know personally, but I think we're all
the same social media group. Yeah,
pretty much. But yeah, Aaron, if you haven't already, you should join the House of Horrors Facebook group if you have Facebook. And keep an eye out on our stuff. I never remember to promote my personal stuff on there, but
I think we're up to like 246 members now on it. So yeah,
nice.
So it's like that'd be great if they all came in at once. But hey, any support is support. I don't care.
Right.
Appreciate it all. Meet John in May at what? At Spookala? Or which convention?
Yeah, there's Instagram as well. I forgot because you just created an Instagram account. Mr.
Yeah, I have two Instagrams. I did one that I created just for House of Horrors. You can search Instagram, the House of Horrors podcast, and it should come right up. And then the one that I've used a lot, Horror Freak 85 without the. Let's see. I wonder. I'm going to switch out because I was on that one. Let me go to the House of Horrors podcast page. What is it saying? Oh, I need to go to settings and log out. I don't think I'm on. Oh, I am on now. Yeah, there's not much on the House of Horrors podcast because I literally just made it the other day. But it's got the picture that's in the Facebook group with Sid Haig and all the Michael Myers and all the monsters and different characters from horror movies. Yeah, I'm probably going to be at Spookalla, so because I got to get back in touch with the promoters of it. But Dave Sheridan and Felissa Rose want me to sit at their tables with them, so I got to let the promoters know. I sent an email because I think that might be the first one they've done because I don't think there's ever been a Spookalla. But yeah, what was it, November, December, when I was in PA at the convention, Horror Realm, I think it was called. Something like that. Dave invited me to sit with him at a Spookalla because I told him I was from Florida. And he goes, "Yeah, you should sit at our tables." So I'll probably do that. Like, not going to turn that invitation down.
Right.
So
he just has to share the link to the Facebook page on here. I started doing it, then I realized I couldn't do it. So I was like, I was starting to do it. I was like, oh wait, I can't do that.
If you just go to groups and then just type in the House of Horrors and yeah, I don't know if I can. Well, let me. I'd probably have to get out of here to get the link, but yeah, if you just search, it's not that hard. It's just the House of Horrors podcast, and then our picture is the main picture page. So. Yeah,
no problem.
Yep.
Oh shoot!
Why isn't Boom a mod?
Nobody's a mod here. There is no mods.
Yeah, I never really set anything up. I'm not sure how to do that. I've never bothered setting up a mod for that. I'm not even sure. It's probably under settings here. Let's see. Camera, general, audio. I've never really looked.
Yeah, you have to do it through actual YouTube, I think.
For the StreamYard? I don't know.
No, not StreamYard.
Well, I think she's a mod though.
Steven demoted. I was never in the position to be demoted.
He was never promoted to be demoted. Well, like, I've never set it up that way. I've never even thought about it. I mean,
right? Yeah. No, I've teased him about it a couple times, but honestly, I don't care. But
I'll figure it out. I'm just too lazy when it comes to that.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
So, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I allowed her on the Facebook group page. She can, do whatever. So,
yeah. But on there, I have my real name, so it might be confusing for some people. But yeah, if you see me tagged on the Facebook group, it's going to say Christy instead of Miss Boomsticks. I don't have my real I have my real name, my fake name on there.
What, click her name on the screen here? How's that? Channels through. What was that? They throw wrenches. Was it like dodgeball? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge anything.
And if you become a mod, you get a wrench by your name.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was like, what?
Yeah, it's not physical wrenches. But
I'll look up a YouTube video, how to make a mod on StreamYard. There we go.
No, you got to do it through your channel, your YouTube, not StreamYard.
Oh, so before I go on the StreamYard, I do it, or I'm confused.
I got banned by a mod once. Like, if you go into your chat, let's say you got a second device open with this on here, I type hi, then you should be able to click my name, like, through your YouTube thing, and I haven't done it in years, or probably like a year or so, and I've only done it once, but
I can put you in timeout.
Yeah.
Okay, add moderator. Okay. This boomstick is now a moderator for your channel. Okay, so see if you can put the link now. I put you as a moderator.
Okay.
That wasn't too hard. Shit, I could have done it.
This isn't the right link, but this is the one that I have available at the moment. Yeah, let me post that. Okay, now let me get the proper link. Ah, shit. No, I don't do that. Oh, come on.
All right. Well, I promoted her, and she doesn't know what she's doing. No, just kidding.
Ouch, fired already.
You're fired.
That was actually a joke told to me when I was doing an interview last week. It's like, yep, you're fired already. We heard you and then fired you. It's like,
I thought I had the link to the Facebook one already saved, so when I went to paste, it automatically pasted the anchor because apparently that's what I saved last. It didn't take the last time. So now I got the Facebook group. So yeah, I just posted the link to the Facebook group. One thing I don't like about StreamYard is I can't type on the computer. Like you could type in the comments on the computer, but I can't. So I could go to private chat, but if I go to comments, I can't. That's why I always have my phone going, because if I want to type in the chat, I have to do it on a separate device.
Try it now, since I made you a moderator. Maybe you can type on the computer now. If
it's not showing up that I can type.
Even though I made you a moderator?
Back out and let me leave.
Oh. Okay. I guess we'll experiment on that. But yeah, there's the Facebook group you can click on, so that's good. If you try Nightbot, what is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still not showing up that I can type. So yeah, that must be something only.
Aaron said it's showing up for me. You read what she typed, or you mean it's
I think he's talking about something different. It's like the way StreamYard is, like only the host can type like on the same screen that everything else is showing in the comments. I have to go to like physically a different device or have a separate tab to type into the chat is what we're talking about. But yeah, I guess I can always have a separate tab going. I can always do that too.
So, yeah, that's weird.
Maybe I don't know how to work dual screens, but you'd have to show me how to do that. But
you just pop up the chat and slide it over on the other screen. I'll bring one downstairs tonight.
All right, I might be dual screening, even though I don't know how to do it. But I've taught myself quite a bit of stuff. Let's see if it'll let me post my channel.
It's a tutorial class of how to do StreamYard and YouTube.
Hey, you guys just be on my business.
Sorry. I didn't want it to start playing. Copy. I'm trying something, so give me a second here.
Yeah, so next Saturday, we'll be doing a show at 2 o'clock, again, an early show because our guests are over in the UK. So it's a 5-hour time difference. Lindsay Crane from Book of Monsters, she played Sophie. And then her husband, who directed it, Stuart, shoot. Now I forgot his name. Stuart Spark. There we go. He also did The Creature Below, so they'll be on.
I just I was testing things. That's a link to my little dance party video. I was just testing how I could do it all on the computer. But yeah, you guys don't have to click the link and watch my little dance party. I was a little test. But if you want to, that is the link to my dance party video. But I wasn't putting it in there just to put in so people would watch. I was just basically testing. But
the nipple buff one's funny too.
yeah, I edited. I had to like cut out different sections of that conversation and merge it all into one because we didn't have like one whole long conversation.
It was.
I had to cut out different sections and put them together.
We were like going back and forth between, like there was stuff in between the nipple buffs.
So yeah, I had to cut out several pieces of conversation and bring it all into one. And then I was like, we're gonna add some dancing robots to this. Right, yeah, I know. It says private chat and comments, but I cannot type into the comments, is what I'm saying. So I can see the comments. I can't type on the screen. But yeah, there's a private chat, which that would go just to Steve, but I could see the comments. It's just I don't have a little box at the bottom to type in. But if I did a StreamYard on my channel, I have a box at the bottom that I could type into. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know why StreamYard does it this way. It makes no sense to me. If you have more than one people, you would think, let's put it so everybody could type in there. But instead, I have to have a separate tab to go and type. That's why I did the link to my dance party video, because I would just grab something to throw in there to test if I could do it by different tabs or if I'd get kicked out. Like StreamYard would have a fit and boot me out. But you could talk trash, Steve, during the show. Do you mean talk trash against Steve? I was always able to comment. I don't understand, but or you mean in private chat? No, I don't keep things private for the most part.
Stay transparent.
Yeah, for the most part, I stay transparent unless I'm asked to keep things quiet for certain things. But
yeah, there isn't really much to private chat, really.
Yeah,
chat. He meant. Oh, private chat to someone else about me, I guess is what he meant.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. All right, yeah. Fuck you too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. If I say something about somebody I don't like, let's say I was talking to Steve and I went and talked, we'll say Mr. Bones, for example. Let's say Mr. Bones and I were having a private conversation. It's like, man, Steve is just a horrible person. I don't like being on the podcast with him. And then go and be like perfectly normal to you. I don't do that stuff. If I don't like you, you're gonna know I don't like you. But yeah, I don't do that shit. So I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Or I ain't gonna talk about any of you all either behind your back. I would trash talk Steve in the stream and private chat. Can the guests see private chat? No, that's why it's private chat. Oh, the guest is on the stream? Maybe if they, I think they can.
If they're part of it. I mean, if
they're part of the stream, yes.
You can message people who in private, like the message will go to whoever you send the message to. So, but I mean, they won't see it.
Right. Anybody that's in the stream could see what's in private chat, but not like watching. If you're just watching, no. But if you're physically a part,
because I know, I think I've only sent one or two before. Was it stream? Oh no, it was in his. Well, it probably does the same thing in Zoom. Like I'd send a message directly to a person and it went directly to them and no one else knew. So you just send, like, say I just wanted to say something to Aaron right now. I'd click on you and the chat would go directly to you. No one would see it.
Oh, this private chat, though, I think it's everybody that's in the stream. I don't think you could put like people in the chat in there unless they come onto the screen.
I don't know. I've never done it, so I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've only been on Zoom once, and somebody had to tell me how it worked because I couldn't hear people. But this private chat is for everybody that's in the screen, like me, you, and let's say we had a guest, then that person could type. Because remember, there was somebody. We've had a couple guests that's type in private chat, but we could see it. Let's say that was running late or whatever, and they popped in and said,
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
As long as you have the link to the show and you're able to come in, you can type in private chat, but if you're watching, you can't see private chat.
Talk to my friend in the live stream with me, and I would just use private chat.
Then nobody would know what we were saying. Unless you had your friend like read all your private chats. I guess that would work. I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want on live stream, I guess. You could just like hand signals or whatever. You could do like funny hand signals and then have your friend. Would you ever do a subscriber stream, one stream?
I was sort of thinking that. I mean, like when we were doing the Spotify, like the subscribers and stuff, we were trying to figure something out. Nothing's set up yet, but like what some perks would be for the month and everything, and if we would do like subscriber streams.
Yeah, we're trying to work.
Yeah, that was one. Depending on which tier, like you can either just come on just for like a couple minutes, ask the guest your question, or do a higher tier where you can stay on the full hour, or however long, or else depending on how many people we get to do that, maybe like 20 minutes, or kind of like how they do some of the Galaxy cons or whatever, like the one-on-ones that they do. I've never used them, but I guess sort of like that experience, like an online con, sort of. So we just haven't decided like the tiers and price and stuff.
Right.
Like that.
And I got a little confused about, let's say if somebody subscribed to multiple months, does that mean they get to come on to the camera like each of those multiple months? So we got to iron out details before we get stuff set up, so we have like both understand what's going on. Or just have somebody like subscribe for 1 month just to come on the show and then they cancel their subscription, or if they have it multiple months, that means they come on multiple months. So yeah, we got to figure out the details. He thinks Mr. Bones left. Possibly.
All sales are final.
All sales are final.
No refunds. You subscribe for the year, you're in. You don't care.
But yeah, we got to iron out the details. But once we get stuff ironed out, we'll get a subscription thing. As of right now, I know we could do it through the Anchor, where you listen to us just the auto part. That would be a high tier patron. And you can also do patron if you set it through. You had patron, didn't you?
I think I still have it. Like I had set it up, but I don't know if I might change the prices on there, because it was like a sort of like I thought it would be a good idea, but then show wasn't as big at the time or whatever. But I could look it up and see what my prices are and stuff, and I'll let you know. Or I might just create another one, or I might scratch that. I'm not really sure, because I don't even remember. I don't honestly, right offhand, I don't even remember. I think there was like a tier where I would do video requests too, or whatever, within reason, of course.
Right? Yeah.
Out there, but yeah, I don't even remember what the prices were that I set, but so.
Yeah, that could always be an option as well. So we're still trying to iron out the details and figure it out, but maybe that'll be something eventual. But I say, if you always want to give money, just go to the Anchor and watch the ad multiple times.
I don't even know if it does it multiple times from the same device. I don't know.
Oh, there's enough on there that watch multiple streams.
Well, yeah. So, but I don't even know how it works on that. But yeah. So, but
wow, one tier was I said tree. One tier was $1,000. Damn, what was that perk?
$1,000. I better be getting something good.
Nothing was the thing. You just give you $1,000. Just to give you $1,000. Yeah, I want to live that life.
There's no perk. You just give me money, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, I just randomly made it. Okay.
Yeah, I have to check mine and see, but
there's no perk, or we have perks for the lower tier, and then we'll give a call back to Aaron, do $1,000 tier, just put nothing. You get nothing.
No.
You have a pleasure of giving us the money.
That's all. We just want your money. You don't get anything in return.
Oh, shoot.
That's cool. So, yeah, you would get the highest tier then. All right. We'll keep that in mind then.
That would be hilarious, though.
$1,000. You get nothing, but our appreciation. Or if you could put that on there just as a joke, highest tier $1,000, our appreciation.
But yeah, we could always do, like they're talking about different pop-up live streams. We could always have that as a perk as well, because that's what I was trying to get across, like doing separate videos just for like the members.
Or the pop-ups can just be for the.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to suggest when we was talking. But I think between messages and my typing skills that day, because I think I was having issues typing and wasn't making sense.
But yeah, we'll figure something out. And of course,
yeah, you didn't help. You helped get mad. More like
$20 per pop up, or
$5 make you holla, $20 make you collar. I don't know.
Collar. What are we, dogs now? Put a dog collar. Little choke chain.
Collar into the show. I don't know. I was just trying to think of something to rhyme with it. I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. What perks and what? Yeah, because I mean, I think it would be good to do something, but not really sure yet. So
check in the next stream. That'll be next week, unless we do randomly pop up something, but probably next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll make another creation. My little monstrous creation. But that would be on my channel, not Steve's. But I did post a clip. Every time I think of something funny that's happened in the show, I have made, I think there's 3 clips of stuff that I've edited out that I thought was funny. That way, if somebody didn't want to watch the whole show, they could just watch that one clip, or they could get a taste of the show by wating the clip.
A taste of nipple butts.
Taste of nipple butts, titty song.
Yeah, we usually don't do 2 right in a row, but that's when Mel could come on. So we're like, all right, well, whatever. Yeah. So I mean, I'll take anyone's available date. I'm not going to turn a guest down. So
right.
But yeah, thanks for joining. And next week at 2:00, we'll be up again with, like I said, Lindsay Crane and Stuart Spark. So, but yeah, I think it's about that time to kill it. It's been 2.5 hours, so.
And Steven's chicken ran or something.
You ain't gonna fuck it. That shit make you go crazy on your ass. Yeah, that video's in my YouTube somewhere. It was the contest. Was it? I think it was for Brad, Bronco Juggalo. I think it was him that was saying, like, we could read a scene from a movie and reenact it. But
I wanted to do that so bad, but I wanted to, if it's the same thing I'm thinking of, but I wanted, like, more involvement. It was like I wanted somebody to help me because I wanted an extra person to do it. The other person didn't really have to say anything. They just had to, like, do something for me. But trying to get somebody to help me, it's like I had so many ideas. I've had at least 2 ideas of different skits that I wanted to do with the green screen, but I needed an extra person, and I don't have that extra person. So it's like, it's like I want to do this, but I don't have help. Like, my son won't help me, and I can't get him to help me, so. I didn't know what you were doing. So lost. But yeah. What'd you say Miss Boomstick for? Is that a statement? Is that a question? I don't know.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Your husband, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
planes.
I think I'm going to head out for the night too. So, all right, Aaron, see you next week. And I think that's it. Really, did our announcement.
Yeah, and I felt bad because I thought we was gonna leave that other person as it was her husband, I think. I thought we was gonna leave that person as a surprise, so I didn't add them to the thumbnail.
Well, that's what I was going to, and he had come in the video, and I was just like, "Oh well, we'll just announce it if you watch this video, so it's no big deal."
Right? I saw that, and I was like, "Ugh." I didn't know we were doing it already. So I felt bad. I was like, oh, I didn't add them to the thumbnail. I thought they was just gonna go surprise, we're here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oops. I guess I could. Hopefully they don't feel bad, but not
being
it
won't matter. I don't think so. And instead of making them go, he goes, I could go off, and they had typed the name already, and I was like, whatever, it's fine. We'll just announce it. So
right.
But yeah. Maybe we'll have a surprise in the future or whatever. So, but I think I might watch Scream, the new Scream again. I kind of dozed off at one scene, so I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's not nowhere I can watch it yet.
So, but
I know how you watch it, you dirty bird.
it was really good quality too. So yeah. But it wasn't on the soap today. It was on something else on my Fire Stick. So, I think the site's like CATZ Cats or something. I don't even know it's on there, but yeah.
Yeah, our thing like that stopped working, so I don't know.
But all right, see next week and talk to you later. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. The two people who are here. But yeah.
See ya.
All right. Bye.